Hey everybody, hope you're all enjoying your summer. I know we are here up in the Northeast. We've had some great weather, a little hot now, and some storms rolling through, but just thought it was a great time to talk a little bit about sunlight, the sun in general, and the fear that so many of us have now of the sun and sunburn and sun cancers and whatnot. And although overexposure to the sun, especially in the peak of the day, can be dangerous and harmful and painful, as we've all kind of learned the hard way at one point or another in our lives. That we feel the sun has been so demonized, and at the benefit of a $5 billion plus industry that is called sun care, which is mostly sunscreens and lotions and whatnot. But it's gotten so overblown. When we take a look at and we think about the sun and sunlight, it's a nutrient that we need. Every ancient civilization has worshipped the sun in some way, shape, or form. The ancients, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Greeks, they had sunbathing gardens. They just, not only did they know the importance of the sun for life, because no life can exist on Earth without the sun, and they appreciated that, but they also understood the health benefits of sunlight, and they had sunbathing gardens and whatnot. So I want to talk a little bit about the difference between, practical, sensible exposure to the sun versus this, oh my God, I need to lay out in 90-degree heat and cover myself with all these lotions, because a lot of these sun products that are out there, most of them that we see in our pharmacies and supermarkets, are loaded with toxic chemicals that are not regulated by the FDA at all. It's kind of the Wild West. That goes for a lot of beauty products as well. So a lot of these things that we're putting on our body away from food, our skin is absorbing these things. Not only are we blocking the sunlight, but we're blocking the exposure to vitamin D. Now, the way vitamin D works and why the sun is so important, vitamin D is not traveling through the rays of the sun. There's a fluid under our skin called ergosterol, and when the sunlight hits it, that ergosterol is converted into vitamin D. Vitamin D is an incredibly necessary vitamin for almost all of the vital functions of the body. The benefits and uses and importance of vitamin D are innumerable to talk about right here, right now. That's why it's recommended that of the few supplements that we strongly recommend and that we take ourselves here at Rebel Health, one is a vitamin D supplement, because we don't, unfortunately, have the great exposure to the sun all year round. So the point of this, and there's a blog that we're putting up, we just revised, called Here Comes the Sun and It's All Right. We'll go into more detail, but the bottom line is, look, staying in the shade, staying covered when you're in the heat of the day, exposing yourself to the sun in more in the early morning hours and the late afternoon hours to get that vitamin D. And if you are going to be in peak sun exposed, don't make it more than 10 or 15 minutes. We don't want to burn, but being out in the sun and gathering those rays. Think about how miserable and depressed we get when there's no sun, when it rains for a few days in a row, or in the winter for us in the Northeast when it's just like endless cold and gray and dark. Like, it's very depressing. There's seasonal affective disorder is largely in part because of the lack of sunlight. I talked about how there's no life on Earth can exist without the sun. Think about photosynthesis, something we all learned about as kids. It's the light, it's the sunlight that is the driver of photosynthesis, and from which plants grow and turn carbon dioxide not only into oxygen, but also into fruits and vegetables and seeds, which ultimately what every living being on the planet needs to survive. Well, what about meat and dairy and all that? Well, where are the cows and the pigs? In nature, where do they get their nutrients? Where do they get their food? They get it from grass. They get it from plants. They get it from acorns. So all food really comes from plants, and plants cannot grow and produce food and oxygen without sunlight. It's the most vital nutrient that we have next to air. So the sun is not your enemy. The sun is a life-giving force for our entire planet. We just need to be sensible about it. And again, covering up with these toxic lotions and stuff is not the answer. We're becoming so crazy that a lot of us are becoming vitamin D deficient. That's a problem, and rather than sensible care. The other thing, I'm going to put a link to this. It's already in the blog, but there's a link to some sunscreens and stuff that are a lot healthier, that have a lot less of the harmful toxins, that are actually somewhat better to use. Nothing, again, is better than just avoiding the sun. You see it. Have you ever traveled down to the tropics or the Caribbean and you see like the locals down there? More often than not, they've got hats, they've got sometimes long sleeve shirts on, and they're protecting themselves from the sun. Who knows better than them? So again, the sun is not your enemy. We need it. Getting those rays of the sun are incredibly beneficial. People talk about, we need to prevent cancer. There's more and more studies being done that sunlight has so many other benefits, just other than triggering the vitamin D production in our body, but just helping to prevent certain cancers, what it does for our moods, what it does for our energy levels, our libidos. We get it. When we're running around in the sun and we're out in the sun, how well we sleep at night and how much better we feel, and the nice color we get in our skin, when we're sunbathing and enjoying the sun sensibly. So again, the point here is sensible sun exposure as opposed to, I love the sun too. How could you not, and it's just the warmth, the mood, the everybody comes to life. I don't know, when you live in a temperate climate, when spring comes, it's just like everything is bustling to life again. Kids are outside, loose clothing, so many fruits and vegetables, especially the delicious fruits, are in season, and it's just a wonderful time of the year. Look how many of us flock to beaches. I know I do. I love the beach. And enjoying ocean water and that sun and that whole beach living. I mean, it's just amazing. And it's to be enjoyed and cherished and appreciated, not to be demonized. So again, please be careful. The sun is hot, and in this time of the year, it can burn you. I'm at the beach. I'm under an umbrella most of the time if I'm not in the water or whatever. Or if I am out throwing a frisbee around or football with the kids, I got a long sleeve shirt on. Light long sleeve shirt on, or some kind of cover. But other than that, man, enjoy it and soak in the sun. And just please check out the link for the better alternative sunscreens and stuff. Again, it's another unregulated market that's in the multi-billion-dollar revenue generating, and it's all designed to, demonizing the sun is insane. It's insane. But it works to their benefit, but not to yours, not using these products. So please check that out. Please spend a little bit of time to just educate yourself on some of the things that we're trying to get out there so that you can enjoy the sun without getting these harmful toxins and without blocking the vitamin D production, which again, vital. So guys, please get out there, enjoy the sun. I hope everybody's having an awesome summer, and I look forward to hearing from you guys in our chat. Let's get it going, keep it going, and any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, please use this group, spread the word. Let's get some more people in here and get on this healthy journey together. All right, enjoy, guys. Talk to you soon.